Digital Information and Computer Age. It is a modern age regarded as a time in which information has become a commodity that is quickly and widely disseminated and easily available, especially through the use of computer technology. The information age began around the 1970s and is still going on today. It also known as the computer age, digital age, or new media age. The influence of the past on the information age. The Renaissance influenced the information age by creating the idea of inventions. While too advanced for the time, the basic idea was used to develop modern inventions. Under the influence of the past and the information age, we had the scientific revolution and the industrial revolution. The scientific revolution changed the modern era by introducing important scientists such as Galileo, Copernicus, and Sir Isaac Newton. Their discoveries paved the way for modern tool inventions and innovations. The Industrial Revolution brought about major changes in agriculture, manufacturing, mining, transportation, and technology. So, for example, in agriculture, before we used carabao and on-hand work, but today we have now cultivators, planting machines, harvester, and reapers. This era had a profound effect on the social, economic, and cultural conditions of the world. So let's move on change of the information age. The information age has changed people, technology, science, economies, culture, and even the way people think. The internet changed the way people do everything. It has made people lazier, but it also makes a large of the population smarter. The information age has made industrial countries stronger. The impact of information age. Many communication services like texting, email, and social media develop and the world has not been the same since. Hindi na katulad dati na we have to meet face to face just to have communication. Meron na tayong mga mobile phones and different gadgets. People learn new language easier and many books have been translated into different language. So people around the world can become more educated. Jobs also have become easier, and some jobs can even be done from the comfort of your own home. It also impacts our work ethics by distracting us and causing us to lose interest in the tasks we are doing. This time period has also created a shortage of jobs and making many jobs obsolete because machines are now being used to do the work human once did. Media in the digital age. First, let's define media. The primary function of the media is to transmit information and knowledge. The media is the most effective medium of mass communication. The mass communication approach is carried out effectively with the help of various media such as electronic media, print media, and online media. We have here the evolution of digital age, the pre-digital age, mid-digital age, and post-digital age. The pre-digital age. This age is a time where device had just one function, where media was physical and where technologies live alongside and in parallel to each other, but rarely intertwined. Retail was either in store or via home shopping, example TVs, newspapers, magazines, and radio. The mid-digital age. This is a period that straddles the age where digital is just becoming accepted into the mainstream, and the age where digital is fully immersed into our society. The post-digital age. The post-digital age can be defined as an age where everything is digitally connected.
Okay, let's move on to evolution of media. Pre-industrial age. People discover fire and develop paper from plants and create weapons through stones, bronze, copper as tools. The example of this is clay tablets were used as a writing medium, especially for writing and cuneiform throughout the Bronze Age and well into the Iron Age. Wood block printing. Block printing is also an excellent way to produce something that is truly handmade but can be very easily replicated. Cave printing. As a scenic cave painting consists of two or more colors, as exemplified by the glorious multicolor images of bison on the ceiling at the Altamira or the magnificent arroch in the chamber of the bulls at Lascaux. So they drew on caves on what they see around them, such as animal and nature. Okay, let's move on to industrial age. People use the power of steam, develop machine tools, establish iron production, and manufacturing of various products including books through printing press. So, in this era, most people associate functions and machine to industrial age. In this age began to 18th century to Britain to improve the economy. So, when the steam press was invented during this era, the printing of materials like newspaper became much faster, cheaper, and easier. This printing press was also made by Johannes Gutenberg. He created the device for applying pressure to an ink surface resting upon a print medium such as paper or cloth and thereby transferring the ink. Typewriters. The first commercial typewriters were introduced in 1874 but did not become common in offices until after the mid-1880s. The typewriter quickly became an indispensable tool for practically all writing other than personal handwritten correspondence. The first typewriter was developed by Christopher Latham Schultz. He is actually considered as the father of modern typewriter and the man behind the QWERTY typewriter keyboard. Telephone. During the American Industrial Revolution, Alexander Graham Bell invented the first functional telephone in 1876. Shortly thereafter, major cities across the United States and Europe began to install the revolutionary telephone system. Through the telephone, people began to communicate even from the distance. Okay, sa motion pictures naman is a series of pictures projected on a screen in rapid succession with objectives shown successive positions slightly changed so as to produce the optical effect of a continuous picture in which the objects move. Okay, let's proceed to electronic age. The electronic age is also known as the information age or the digital age. It began around the 1970s and continued till the present day. This is a period of transition from the traditional industry to an economy based on information computerization. So, the example of this is the transistor radio. The transistor radio is a small portable radio receiver that uses transistor-based circuitry. The second one is the television. 1941, television is telecommunication medium used for transmitting moving images in monochrome or in color. The third one is Univac 1. The Univac 1 was the first general-purpose electronic digital computer designed for business application produced in the United States. It was also designed principally by J. Presper Eckert and John Mackley, the inventors of the ENIAC. In this era, the internet was already existed during this time, but it's not strong yet. The last one is the new digital age. The internet paved the way for faster communication and the creation of social networks. People advanced the use of microelectronics with the invention of personal computers, mobile devices, and wearable technology. Moreover, voice, image, sound, and data are digitized.
Overview of current trend. A trend refers to something hip or popular at a certain point in time. It can be a particular style in fashion, devices, or entertainment. A new trend may always come along to replace the old one. Technology trends tend to change as time goes by. Following Moore's law, technology is bound to upgrade itself every 2 years. In 1965, Gordon Moore predicted that the computing power would dramatically increase over time. But as it increases, cost is expected to proportionally go down. Nowadays, the 2-year prediction has even decreased, with releases happening less than 2 years, if not yearly. Aside from cost, sizes of hardware have also decreased in making devices, such as smartphones, more useful and dependable.
Now, let's proceed to the impact of ICT on individuals, organizations, and society. First is the impact of ICT on individual. ICT, or also known as the Information and Communication Technology, has or had a positive impact on individuals' lives, especially on quality of life. Quality of life refers to the measure of how well people could achieve a desirable standard of living. ICT has improved safety, health, and social contact, such as the Global Positioning Systems or the GPS. People are major components of society, and communication is always around the corner. Therefore, ICT offered unique channels to send or receive informations with society and around the society. For example, the Tibet independency movement in China is a hypersensitive issue, and people are searching or commenting on news in media channels such as television, broadcasting, and internet. These examples aims to expatiate and evaluate the significant roles that impacts of ICT have played on individuals. Next is the impact of ICT on organizations. Information and communication technology applications have a major impact on both internal and external organizations. Internal organizations use computers and internet in workplace to transfer information, share electronic document, and processing data. While in the external organizations, they use email and websites to contact customers or suppliers. Additionally, virtual teams are an outcome of ICT applications, creating alliances and mergers between organizations and spreading the market into different market segmentation. However, may mga disadvantages din ang ICT, gaya na lang ng pag-invade ng employees' privacy and the data leaking problems. Overall, ICT is an efficiency and performance that act on organizations. Lastly is the impact of information and communication technology on society. ICT has or had a positive impact on society, such as e-commerce or the electronic commerce, which offers people buying and selling products or services based on electronic systems on internet, like the online selling and online shopping. It has also been used to promote the development of a knowledge society, which is a strategy adopted by governments to develop economic at the local, regional, and national levels. However, one of the problems is the digital divide. Ito yung nabubuong gap sa pagitan ng mga individual na may access sa ICT and those who don't have access on it and those who can't use it. To reduce this gap, government should envisage digital divide and try to reduce the gap in order to benefit the society.
Now let's discuss about the ethical issues on ICT. Just remember the acronym PALS. P stands for plagiarism, E stands for exploitation, L stands for libel, S stands for software piracy. First ethical issue, plagiarism. Plagiarism is an act of theft. Plagiarism is presenting someone else's work or ideas as your own without their consent by incorporating it on your work without acknowledgement. This simply occurs when a person copies another person's ideas, words, writing, and call it as his or her own. Those who committed such actions may lead to serious legal and ethical defilements. For example, you publish an article and some of the content of your article was copy-paste from the other article, and you did not credit to the original owner. That's plagiarism. The original owner can file you a case for plagiarism. Next in the list is exploitations. Exploitation is the act of selfishly taking advantage of someone or a group of people in order to profit from them. You are using information for them or blackmailing them, for them to do whatever you command. This crime is happening in any corner of the world. It can include every person regardless of age, socioeconomic background, or location. As a result, each case can be looked different as can be gleaned on the figure. These are some of the most commonly reported forms of human trafficking and modern slavery, which is exploitation. The third one is libel. Libel in relation to ICT is called cyber libel. It is inaccurately or injuriously written defamation triggered via electronic means including the internet, social media, email, and website. Most online defamation occurs through libel or posting a web page, comments, bulletin board posts, reviews, rating, and blog posts. It may be categorized as insult, slur, or slander, either written or spoken, or even through actions as long as the accusation is not true and without evidence, it may lead to libel. For example, is when someone accusing you for having an affair without any evidence, and she posted it on the social media. And lastly, software piracy. Software piracy does require a hacker or skilled coder. Software piracy is the act of stealing software that is legally protected. This stealing includes copying, distributing, modifying, or selling the software. Software piracy is defined as illegal copying of software that does not belong to you in a manner that violates the copyright. Example, when you download a copy of Microsoft Word from a file sharing website without paying for it.